Let's try and assess one applicant's credentials and probably provide some recommendations on how or what to do in order to strengthen her profile in before she applies for the Global Career Scholarship Program undergraduate studies. Specifically, now that it's very competitive to apply for GKS in general and the undergraduates, they only have limited slots. So she's humanity. She's applying for GKS undergraduate. And then she's on the top 20% of the graduating batch. And then she mentioned she had 6 online certificates. As mentioned, I'm not really a fan of Coursera or other certificates online, especially if everyone can take it. But if those are the only certificates you have, I suggest putting them if you think that could help your application, especially this Korean language certificate from Yonsei. Also, it's although it's not topic or King Sejong school, at least there's an effort for you to do your part to study. I think that counts. And then English learning certificates also help in terms of providing a solid understanding that you can speak at least conversational or intermediate English. So here are now the things we has to do in order to strengthen the profile. Get topic certificate. This is not an optional based on my understanding nowadays because they have additional points already if you have topic score. Second, identify key experiences related to Korean. I mean, did your country help during the Korean War? Um, did your parents help during the Korean War? These things can help your application process. Additionally, if for example you're very much interested in the Korean language or for example the Korean economy, you can identify and write that, especially if it's related to your degree. And if you know Korean, since you studied Yonsei Korean language training and you can confidently speak an interview in Korean, do it. That can help you. Interview and write your essays in Korean. Fourth, select science or engineering based major. I'm not suggesting that every one of you select science and engineering based because it's not for everyone. And also, it will be very much interesting if every one of you selected science or engineering based, and then for GKS 2020-26, all are sciences or engineering based students. That's not possible. And that will be very much difficult for NID to manage. So, for the non Seoul based university, this is because a lot of top universities in Korea are not everything, not everyone, but not all, but majority are in Seoul. Therefore, a lot of students, especially undergraduates, are very much limited to Seoul-based university. For this kinds of profile, very much limited in terms of grade, certificates as well. I highly suggest exploring universities outside of Seoul. Again, the Korean educational system is okay. It's above average. Therefore, even if you're studying outside of Seoul, it's not really that far behind in terms of quality of education. And I also want to point things out that again, you're be increasing your chances, especially if there are less applicants to that specific university, which we cannot really determine how many applies. But based on like gut feel and probably in terms of applicants on average, Korean based and like non scholarship based, a lot of these students are really applying to the Seoul based, the Sky University, top 10 universities, those things. So it's advantageous if this applicant would be selecting a non Seoul based university if she really wants to get the scholarship. It's not a matter of university now, it's a matter of getting the scholarship or not. Especially for a country wherein you have a lot of competitors. Like as mentioned, the person is from Pakistan, so I expect so many applicants from that country. And with these tips, actually I can think of more. Well, I think one aspect that you can explore into is like parallelisms of your country and Korea. For example, the ongoing this war between Pakistan or India. I mean, I don't want to explore. Probably give more light on that specific aspect. But again, if you really want to get advantage, you have to maximize your opportunities and maximize what's happening around you. Probably that could be a good uh, point wherein both countries have this, and for example you want to study something not science based, but like for example international relations, you can explore in that angle, like I'll be studying this specific track in order to resolve these issues, be it be the point of collaboration between these countries, be able to communicate and establish relationship with these countries. For undergraduates, you don't have to be very much on the specifics on the academic side. You can infuse some emotions in terms of how you write your essay, because it's expected that you don't have any work experience. That's different for the graduate studies, because it's expected that you have at least a working knowledge, an experience in terms of the working life, especially for graduates, for master's, PhD. But since you're coming for the from high school going to the undergraduates, it's possible to infuse some emotions, like probably the be more emotional when it comes to your storytelling. Again, these improvements are more off on the what things you can do. But ultimately, the number seventh advice is to make a very impactful essay. The essays are the most important aspect of the application for me, and I think that's the reason why I got the scholarship, because of my essays. And although I don't provide any review on the essay, at least you can refer to my video about me discussing my mind mapping, how I write my stories, and how I was able to get the scholarship with my personal statement and statement of purpose. And if you want to have your profile credentials be reviewed, critiqued, and probably get some hands on tips, you may message me or write your message in the comment section, and I'll be taking time to review and check on these things as well. Bye bye.